Pato praka.
Four strong men were chasing after a giant fish. What was going on? Half an hour earlier, one of them had cast a net, hoping to catch some fish for lunch. But as soon as the net hit the water, huge waves rippled across the surface, clear sign of a big fish in the pond. Without hesitation, they rushed over, determined to catch it with their bare hands. But catching a fish like that wasn't easy. With just a flick of its tail, it was already gone. Still, they refused to give up. The fish had disappeared, but the murky water left behind was a clue. After scanning the area, they spotted it again. This time, they lunged in, only to come up empty-handed. Frustration kicked in. It was right there, but no matter what they did, they just couldn't grab it. Then they saw the fish swim into some aquatic plants. Thinking this was their chance, they quickly followed. But just as they got close, the fish created another splash and darted away. Furious, one of them swore he wouldn't eat until he caught it, but the fish was way too slippery, slipping through their fingers every time. At one point, it even flicked its tail so hard that it nearly knocked him over. Watching it escape, he couldn't hide his disappointment. Turning back, he spotted another fish, slightly smaller. Just as he was about to grab it, it dove into deeper waters. Another tricky one. Left with no choice, they went after the big fish again, this time with reinforcements. His friends joined in, armed with a fishing net. But even with extra hands, the fish wasn't giving up without a fight. It thrashed around and took off in desperation. Realizing how tough this catch was, two more friends jumped in to help. But even with four strong men, the fish was playing them like fools. It darted straight into deep waters, trying to shake them off. But these guys weren't quitting anytime soon. By now, the fish must have been exhausted from all the chasing. But the men were even more fired up. It swam frantically all over the pond, but after a while it started slowing down. Finally, it retreated into the aquatic plants, completely drained. Seeing their golden opportunity, the men rushed in. With nowhere left to run, the fish finally gave up its struggle. Pressed against the muddy bottom, it lay still. Panting from exhaustion, they let their guard down for just a second. Big mistake. The fish suddenly thrashed one last time, trying to escape. Luckily, they reacted fast, grabbing it before it could get away. Looking at its size, it had to weigh at least 70 or 80 kilograms, with red stripes running down its body. Does anyone know what kind of fish this is? In the end, they wrapped it up in a net and took it home. But there was still another one just like it in the pond. How were they going to catch that one?